Alrighty, yo guys, peace, back with some more weekly content. So today we're back at the new Castle Settlement City build here. Today we're going to be working on the upper city floor shops. We're only going to be doing the upper city. This first shop here was a bus shop. I was going to put a whole like armor shop here. But I kept changing what it was going to be, so I just kept putting signs on it. And it was just such a mess to clean up that I ended up just deleting the bus and changing up how and what the vendor was. This ended up being a spot for a gun shop here. The whole plan of this city is to put a whole bunch of shops in this city so that I can make the most caps possible out of every single settlement that I have. All of my settlements will end up being city sort of setups, if not just marketplaces. It's like Nuka World. I now have a mod that allows me to build a settlement in Nuka World, so eventually we will be going to Nuka World and taking the park and turning it into a settler's place. More than a raider's place, because we did finally kill all the raiders. We did side with them for a little bit, and President Garvey hates us forever, but that's okay, no one likes him anyway. So, as you can see here, the military transport with the open door just seems like a pretty cool idea to do for me for like a gun shop here. So we put a little gun shop here using that. I think we used like a little Vault-Tec bus here, just to kind of fill in the gaps in the wall, and also just to put signage and things like that on it. And then I think maybe we put something in between that too. We were thinking about putting something inside of the bus itself, but I ended up not doing so. I still want to use the Vault-Tec bus in the future for future builds. They do seem like either just nice little sleeping pod areas, and or just like you could take one of the ones without a roof on it, wall off the sides of it, and make probably an okay house because it'd be tall enough that way. That's really the only problem with that bus, is it's not really a logical thing to be having people camp in, just because it's not tall enough to stand up in. And that could be an issue. The military thing is, so that's where we put our weapons shop. We did use the highest level one we had. We only had 6,000 bottle caps in this episode. This was pre-apartment builds here. We didn't have the apartment caps coming in every single day or anything like that. Now that we do rent out the apartments thanks to the Commonwealth Landlord mod, that is going much smoother. We have way more caps. We are ready to build the bottom floor shops. Hopefully this video does well. When this video reaches at least, I'm going to say 40 views is when we'll at least get to the shop build. I'm hoping we can at least get to 40 views on this. So go ahead and leave a like on that video if you do enjoy this video and or any other videos, because we do need to get these views up. So as you can see, we just used some signs. I used this Rook's military sign at one of my Starlight Drive-In builds. I don't have any videos over that build yet, because it's very work in progress, but it turned out way better there, so I ended up using a couple other gun signs here. Like there's one with 3 revolvers smoking that says guns. That one is a pretty good sign, I think, for a gun shop. Overall, I like how this little shop turned out. Every shop was going for like a different theme here. I didn't want to have duplicate shops. I did end up with 2 Fallons accidentally. I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. And I think there's 2 Super Duper Marts. Using different lettering for the Super Duper Marts at least. So I guess SD could be like 2 different things. One could be Super Duper Mart and one could be just SD. I'm not sure on how that. I may work on the signage a little bit and names of places just so there's not 2 of the same shop. I do want to go through and see what I already have done and get some things done. On the lower floor there are 2 buses, which you will see towards the end of the video. In the future, I would like to put something like using all of the crafting resources. So that includes things like the barbershop chair and the surgery chair where you can change what your character looks like. That is something I do want to do a full build around. Just having like a little doctor's area, and then also having a little area for the barbershop to be set up. So I do want to do an official barbershop build. As a matter of fact, one of these upper floor places might even get converted to the barbershop, and I might move the store somewhere else in a later time. But for now, this is the build we went with. We are using the CVC, like Dead Wasteland or something like that mod. It adds a whole bunch of decoration items, like space decoration stuff. Like there's sets of things so that you don't have to go through and nitpick set one little item down at a time. There's like 3 of the new cola or stuff like that, and there's entire shelves full of groceries and shelves full of clothes and different things like that, so that you can decorate a space without taking forever just setting every little thing on a shelf. Get it done real quick and go on to the next thing. Just as like, even if it's a quick rough draft, maybe you're gonna go back and touch it up some more anyway. Personally, I would suggest that sometimes. It's okay to just go ahead and use these little CVC sets. And as you can see, it also has all the billboards and all the signs and everything. So this is where we got all the store signs from, was this mod. But these are base items in the game. There is Super Duper Marts with these exact signs in the game. CVC Wastelands just allows us to use these assets. So as you can see here, we went with the small sign on here. I do believe it's like a drink stand slash like pub area where you can go and get something cold to drink. It's just another shop to make caps mainly. We didn't decorate it too heavily, but I do think I like how it turned out. I think we got lights and everything running everywhere. We did put just some random comics down on the shelf just to have something there. We might go back and add like stools to the bar area there so that there are bar stools, and that might look a little better. But besides that, I think it looks pretty good. Some of the touch-up work I'm probably just going to do off camera. I don't really feel like recording every time I touch up an area. A lot of this is just the base build of it. When we do the full tour of the base, we will see what little minor tweaks I did make to this shop. Because the tour of this castle build is coming up. I would like to get all the shops done, every barack done, and get all of the little small decorations done. Make sure every little room I actually like done. Of the apartment builds, I am very happy with this upper floor store setup. I'm pretty happy with. They do need tweaked a little bit, but overall they're good solid structures. I like what's going on with the energy creation system having up there, but I think if I was just to hollow that out and make it maybe more of like a water tower thing, I think we need a water tower going on in the city. And then also in the back of the city, which I guess is going to be the V2 of this settlement. I'm going to release a showcase of the entire thing. This is a tour soon enough. But when we get into the next part of this settlement, I'd like to expand out into the back and side of it and do more city added onto it just outside of this castle walls, because with expanded settlements we have a lot more real estate to work with. A lot of the water has been unlocked now, so we can use the water to build in. So we're going to do some different builds there. I was thinking maybe some barge based housing out there or something like that. We will see that when we get out there. I would like to add a few food sources of some sort, maybe just some floating greenhouses out there on barges or something. I'm not sure yet what the plan is there, but we do need to add a food setup to the castle. We do have the red rocket, which I haven't shown you yet, which is my greenhouse build. We do have that running supplies to the castle, so our food's not in the red, but it is at 0 food. We just have the castle supplying all our food for now. We do need to have our own little food supply for this city, and maybe provide some work for the settlers living in the city, because most of them don't do much. We also can build robots that take care of shops if we want to send settlers out to work the fields, and robots can work the fields too. And then as you can see, we just have Roger here. I don't know if you can have him do anything in a workshop, or if the only reason why he wasn't letting me assign him to that thing there this time was because he was headed to the castle even though he was already here. But yeah, this was about the last thing I think we did shop-wise on the upper floor. This is the last shop up here left to decorate. This is just like a little oyster bar area off to the side. It just has like a little table in it with some food and drink decorations in the back. I think it looks pretty nice. The city's coming along pretty nicely. I can't wait to do the tour video, but we do have to get these shops and everything done so that it's a complete base. It's not empty rooms and things like that. But I do believe that is about the end of the video. We will just have a nice cinematic view of this shop area and of the shops in this city here shortly. But I am out. See yous. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode. I am out. See yous.